Squins2731 just resubscribed for 15 months. Woo.
Oh, where's my camera? There it is. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Nikki, hello. Squints, thank you for 15 months. Aya, thank you for 2 years. Holy smokes.
Mother
That's
Aya
insane.
just resubscribed for 24 months. Two
Also,
whole
where-
years of Pink and Aya? What's her
Everything is
couple
broken.
name?
Everything
Pinxel
is
hype.
broken. Every single thing today is not working. That's absolutely insane. And my camera's also like, what is going on today? Aya, thank you so freaking much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for 2 years. Squints, thank you for 15 months. That's crazy. Hi, everybody. Aya, 2 years. Hi, Ray. Hi, Squints. Hi, Tori. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Aya. How is everyone? Hi. That's crazy. What's our couple name? Is it like Pinkya or is it like Ayink? Ayink. So like literally everything is broken. Everything is like falling apart. I haven't streamed in a week because my life just like fucking fell apart. But look at, I have a new PNG tuber, guys. Look at how cute she is. Look at how cute she is. Oh my gosh, guys, look, it's me. It's actually me this time. It's me instead of just a little random person. It's me. It's me. Mother Ink. Mother Ink. All right. Now, hopefully everything will like settle down. Okay. I feel like the game is very, very loud. Is the game like stupid loud compared to me? Feels very loud. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're attempting another randomizer. But we're doing like an actual randomizer instead of kind of the half cheating randomizer that I did last time, which was uploading my New Game Plus into the game. And instead we're just gonna do a fresh new character, fresh right out of the box, and see what happens. And PNG YouTuber is pretty, just like the real thing. Aw, thanks guys. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous to stream tonight / lately. Because there are some other people streaming currently again, and I'm just like anticipating like the worst, I guess, for lack of a better word. So anyway, so if I seem like I'm not all there, there's a lot of shit going on right now in my life. So, all right. Okay, so we're gonna actually do an actual randomizer this time. 2 Swords of Saint Trina, Bastard Sword, and the Great Turtle Shell. Iron Cleaver, the Highland Axe, Glintstone Ice Crack. Oh my god, that's what we're starting here. This is what we're starting with. These are my 2 favorite spells in the game. We're starting with this. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. A golden rune 11? That's 6,000 runes to start with. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna name? What are we naming her? What are we naming her? Guys, don't get quiet on me now. What are we naming her? Like however, okay. Her name is, Okay. Good choice, guys. Vajanica? Not Veronica, Vajanica? Vajanica. Okay. Got it. Okay. Be our normal character that we always are. Actually, let's be this girl's face, but we'll change the hair to the hair that I like, the long one. This one. We'll leave her with red hair too. How's that sound? She looks like a Vajonica. Make Vajonica a redhead so the carpet matches the drapes. But like a redhead. Like a redhead. Like that. You said violence for Violet and made me think of a book series. Like Ariel. Alright, Vajonica. Okay. Like, the fact that we got my 2 favorite spells to start off in a randomizer, guy, please tell me this means I'm gonna have a good seed. Please tell me this means I'm gonna have a good randomizer seed and I'm not gonna be so screwed. Please tell me that's what that means. Please, I'm begging you. Vajonica is my champion.
Tell a story.
Damn, I haven't watched this in so long. I'm kidding, I just watched this like 3 hours ago. I hope the seed is fertile and strong. I do too.
Was shattered.
I hope it's a good seed.
In our home.
Guys, how is everyone? I haven't seen you in a whole week. My life fell apart in a whole week, but that's fine. We're here. We're here. I feel better. If you can hear my voice, like I feel better because last time I streamed, I think it was, oh yeah, I was like super sick and I was in like a super terrible mood and I was super grumpy and I like pissed a bunch of people off in stream. Also, I'm kind of bummed, guys. Look, my forward helix fell out in my sleep. I don't know if you can see it. Where's my zoom? And it's all, look at it, it's all red now because it fell out while I was sleeping. So I think I have to go to the piercing place over the weekend and see if they'll fix it. I'm still waiting for that manager. No, I told you, the manager said get fucked.
Of the Elden Ring.
Yeah, I don't, like, and I looked in my sheets, like I looked everywhere and I can't find it. And it's all red.
Taint of their newfound strength.
I'm very upset about it. I've only had it for like 2 months.
Triggered the shattering.
Pierce Brosnan. Alright guys, I'm gonna be testing you. I'm gonna be testing you on Elden Ring lore. I hope you're paying attention.
A war leading to abandonment.
You're not good at tests. Better study.
Greater will. Horalu! Oh, rise now.
We murder someone for you?
Ye tarnished,
God.
ye dead, who yet live.
I want to play I want to do like a big like seamless co-op with a bunch of people, but
speaks to us all.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands. My anxiety is telling me that contrary to what she is saying, it's just for the free food. What?
Fear, the deathbed companion.
The lonesome dung eater. Like 9 months? What was your last piercing? It's so loud. It's so freaking loud. Yeah, I'm kind of upset about this, and I hope that it's something that's easily fixable. Like, I hope that I can go to the piercing place and she'll just be like, boop, here you go, here's a new one. A Medusa? That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I got my Daith and my forward helix done at the same time.
Would again bless. A tarnished of no renown.
You can't have Pokemon Night all.
Across the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring.
So I was doing a little randomizer practice the other day.
And become the Elden
And
Lord.
the final boss of the game was the very first boss of the game in the randomizer, and it was not fun. You want to torture me? Why, guys? Don't do that. Ooh. Wait, why I can't? No, did I screw it up? Oh, fuck. I may have to redo this whole thing. Oh, no, I'm pissed. Yep. Fuck! I like this seed, though. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. Okay, I like this seed, but I don't want the other stuff. Okay, easy. Easy fix. Okay, copy this seed. Copy the seed. That's what I want. All right, turn DLC start off. Run with set seed. Randomizing. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I can just get right back into it. So the one thing about the randomizer is the randomizer has an option to let you start at the DLC right away, which is awesome if you just want to do like a DLC randomizer, but I didn't want to do a DLC. I wanted to do the whole game, so I have to redo it, which will only take a second.
Seek fluid intake
For septum,
immediately.
I think I want to get a conch or an industrial. Maybe I'll stick to the face and do both nostrils. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Much as I love the Medusa, the pain was so horrible that I never want to pierce around the lips again. Yeah. Hi, Obi. Thank you for the hydrate. All right, let's relaunch. It's been too long. Didn't you just get a tattoo? All right, let's try this again. All right, so we have to be Vajonica again. All right, so load. We have to delete Vajonica. I'm sorry, guys. Vajonica's gotta go. New game, so we can do a new Vajonica. Please tell me, please, I am absolutely begging you to have kept... Oh, you didn't. It didn't keep everything. That sucks. Damn, we got too lucky with those spells to start with. Can't, yeah, see, Glintstone Arc, Starlight, that doesn't help me at all. I wonder why it re-rolled the starting stuff. Like, I wonder why it re-rolled the starting stuff and not... It's so weird. You wish Vajonica could have honkin' bobas? Alright, I'm gonna re-roll it one more time. Like, I don't understand why it's... Run with set seed. Alright, get out of here. Alright, quick game. Alright. Let's try it one more time. Damn, it was too good to be true. I shouldn't have deleted it either. Damn. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Spends the first hour of stream re-rolling. I just don't understand why it re-rolled the starting stuff. Like, why did it like, if it's the same seed, like, why did it... Like, I just don't understand why it re-rolled all that. But, alright, I have to turn this off. The Twitch stats are gonna just bother me the entire time. There we go. Alright, this is the last roll anyway, because I can't just keep doing it again. Alright, new game. See how screwed we get again. Yeah, see? That's so crazy! It's the same seed! Oh, that's such bull. Just saying hi. I have my stream up on my PC, but at my kiddo's school waiting for the... No problem. That's such bullshit that it's the same seed. Alright, alright. Okay, I know I said this was the last roll, but I'm gonna actually I'm gonna re-roll instead of rolling the same seed. We're gonna re-roll it because if it's gone, if the roll that I had in the beginning is gone and I'll never get the starting class with my two fucking favorite spells in the game, then it's not gonna happen again. So we'll just roll it. We'll actually re-roll it. I don't know. That's so weird. I wonder why it does that. Like, you would assume the same exact seed would have the same exact starting class. That's so weird. Oh well. I'd rather you roll until you find something you'll have fun. I'm kind of with you, but at the same time, that's kind of like the challenge, you know? I'm dying. I just want everyone to know. I'm dying because my vape got clogged while I was pulling on it. And then it unclogged itself and went a big puff of smoke at my... So, I'm not a baby, I swear. I swear I'm not a baby. Alright. This is the one. Even if it's... Excuse me, not gonna be good. Alright, let me see. Shatter Earth, Rancor Call. I mean, it's not terrible. Alright, Vagabond has the Zwayander. Zvayander. The Great Eepee! That's me. I'm the Great Eepee. Cloud Pizza. Alright, so this has the Misericord. Has Shatter Earth. Isn't Rancor Call not even a... Isn't that an incantation? Noble Slender Sword, Flame of Frenzy. Gravel Stone. Ooh, Ice Rain Hatchet is not terrible. Okay, so Samurai's not a bad choice to start with. Sword Lance, damn. Okay, so either Astrologer for Shatter Earth or Samurai for the Ice Rind Hatchet. So this is a level 10 with a 16 dex and a 12 vigor. This is a 9 vigor, the 16 int. All right, guys. Astrologer or Samurai? I feel like they're both gonna be tough, if I'm being honest. Astrologer. Okay. Alright, so we're still gonna be Vajonica. Then we need to get our beautiful girl again. Oops. It's a pizza that uses whipped egg whites instead of dough. Yeah. Vajonica, the astrologer. Teehee. Okay. Vajonica. Let's see. Oh, and I also got so lucky. Oh, man. I got so lucky with the 6,000 runes to start with, too. Alright. So I guess... Shit, these suck. Alright, I'll get 3 turtlenecks to start. Alright. Vajonica? Yes, chat came up with it. Tag yourself. I'm a well-pickled turtleneck. And then there's, Exalted Flesh. And there's Scorpion Stew. Alright. Alright. That sucks. It sucks that we kind of, like, got screwed out of, like, our amazing god roll there to start with, but whatever. I'm so bummed. And I checked everything in the randomizer too, but I guess I just forgot to check if the DLC start was on. That sucks a lot. That sucks a lot. Yeah, see? Oh no, Ranker Call is. Okay. That sucks. Okay, hi, hello. Who is going to be who's going to be the man? Blessies! Yeah, did you make the sketty? Alright, who is it? Hello? Hello? Who are you? Oh my god, no! Holy shit! Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not supposed to be able to do this fight. Alright. Oh my gosh. That one really hurt me. What does a corn star and a truck driver have in common? I don't know what. They both get paid by the load. Hold on, I have something just for that. You have things in common with a corn star? Yeah, you're a truck driver.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side.
That's like... It sounds like an insult, but it's not.
Here after all.
I'm so bummed! I'm so bummed that our god roll is gone! I'm so bummed.
One of her kind is sure to seek.
It was too good to be true.
Elden Ring.
It was too good to be true, man. Both of my favorite spells in the whole game, plus 6,000 runes to start. It was too good to be true. No problem, Wolfie. We might be here, we might not. You know how it be. What is this helmet I have on? You guys don't need to see this, right? I, like, don't want to skip it because, like, you know, the game. Alright. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Let's go see who Soldier of Godric is. This might not be good. This actually might be, like, really terrible, but let's go see. I might get, like, entirely screwed over. Okay. Okay, one of these guys to start. Not great, but whatever. Yep, he already grabbed me. That's insane. He has 1 hit left. I ran out of stamina. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, okay. Come on. In the beginning of the whole game, come on. That sucks. He needs like 2 hits left. Oh my god. I hate those things. I hate those things, and I hate that they put one of those, like, right here. Alright, so this is not going to be really great. Like, I don't think Shatter Earth is going to be a really good starting spell. And I'm not sure that Rancor Call is much better, honestly. There's another hand. Are you serious? Alright, what's the distance on this? Oh, not much at all. Wonderful. Oh, okay. I mean, it does not have much range, but it does okay damage for as little FP as it uses. That's not that great, actually. Smithing Stone 7. I love randomizers. Alright, this guy might fuck us up. Yep. Oh, he's gonna fuck us up. Yep. I hate the marionettes. I hate the marionettes. I knew it. This is not a great roll already, guys. 2 hands and a marionette down there. I'm gonna run past him. Run past him. I don't think I can run past the hand. I might be able to run past the hand. I told you what I liked for mine. I told you what my opinion was, Nikki. Fuck! Get out of here with that shit. Alright, move out of the way, ant. Come on, no, 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 no! I just want to go see who the boss is, like, stop! Piss off. I just want to go see who the boss is. Oh, another hand? This is actually wild right now, chat. I've gotten horrible rolls. Oh my god, there's no way. I don't like him yellow. Are you gonna do anything? Yeah, right. I hate that. When they, like, look at their like, staff, they look at their staff, and then they, like, scratch their head, and it's, like, it's such a waste of time. Just, like, just don't cast, you know? Because, like, you can't cast. It's not like, oh my god. They, like, look at it, and they're like, what? Oh, you're asking everyone in case they didn't see. Management training, not... Pretty sure it's the easiest thing ever. It's crazy. I'm not gonna be able to do this, I don't think. Yeah, just let him kill me. Alright, so I did not expect a Godskin Apostle to be down in, like, the Soldier of Godric area. Dude, I already want to re-roll just because of, like... I'm so angry that I got such a good roll the first time, but I had one of the settings on wrong. I'm really upset about that, honestly. Honestly! Alright, let's just go out to the rest of the game now. What did I just get runes for? Something was too big for where it was randomized. Do it? Do what? Reroll? I'll never get anywhere if I just keep re-rolling. I'm just genuinely, honestly bitter that, like, I got such a good roll the first time. And then I used the same exact seed and it gave me a different starting. You vote mulligan? Look at that's such a shit roll. That's not even anything exciting. Alright, we'll re-roll one more time. Let's see. Alright, randomizer. Give me something good. I'm begging you. Give me something good. The DLC is turned off. Okay. Yep, okay, so that's all right. Those are all right. 1 great rune to enter Leyndell, 2 to access the final boss. That's right. I mean, that's fair, I guess. We need to pick a number and a name before we order the uniform, so you'll not get one till next year. Why do you have to pick the number, too? All right, game. Let's see. Give me something good. Okay, let's see. So the Vagabond has great starts. Warhawk's Talon. Warped Axe. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It has Glintstone Ice Crag this time, which is my favorite spell, but it doesn't also have Carrion Slicer, which would have been perfect. But I'm still taking it. A Golden Rune 7. Or a Golden Seed. Or, let's see. Let's do a Golden Rune 7. 69. I feel like somebody probably already has 69, though. You know? Like, somebody has to have 69 already. Okay. Here we go. Attempt number 3. Sword of Saint... What is it? Okay, so it's the Sword of Saint Trina, Glintstone Ice Crag, which is my favorite one, Frozen Armament, Staff of Loss, and a Spiral Horn Shield. Okay. Okay. So if we load back in... if we load back in, and we go down into Soldier of Godric, and there's a hand down there, we're like, something is wrong, you know? Alright, we're skipping all this again, because I'll never get into this game. Okay. Glintstone Ice Crag. I'm so happy to have Glintstone Ice Crag, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so last time we did this, the bosses were the Fell Omen twins. Let's see who it is this time. Let's see who it is this time. I'm already feeling better about this roll, I'm not gonna lie. I'm already feeling better about it. It's more... It's a pop, but who is that? Oh, I couldn't tell because he had his thing on. You're not supposed to win this fight. I wonder what'll happen if I actually, like, can kind of hold my own here. Like, can you actually win this fight? Oh no, I'm out of stuff already. Oh no, I'm out of stuff already. I'm out of juice. Oh, go to sleep! Go to sleep! Go to sleep! Go to... Come on! I wasn't dead! Come on! I wasn't dead! I was doing so good! The game was out on me! I wasn't dead! I was doing so good! What the fuck? What the fuck? That's so not fair! Alright, let's go see who this is this time. Alright. Let me take this off before I accidentally use it. Okay, so we want you. And then, oh, you. Okay. Okay. Any name you want, not used already. Alright, let me swap my flasks. Allocate. There we go. 2 and 2 for now. Alright. I'm so bummed that they, like, took away my... I was doing so good. And I have the Saint Trina sword, which has sleep buildup, so, like, I could have literally made him fucking fall asleep. Woo! Okay, 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 hold on. I need to switch to magic for you. Oh, who are you? Whomst the fuck? Oh my god, why is there a hero of Zamor down here? Why is he dodging my magic? Is that a thing? Oh, it's close. That is not fair. To have a hero of Zamor down here. Oh my gosh. That wasn't fair. Ooh, a Saint Trina's lily. Oh, yeah, you worm. Thank you so much for the follow. I don't get hit by the worm, please. Okay, good. Woo, I was too far. Thought I was closer. Nope. Oh. I hate the marionettes, man. I hate the marionettes. Oh, so annoying. Marionettes are like, they're so annoying. If you get caught, like, if you start to get caught, you're just, like, screwed. Oh, okay. Why am I not... I swear I was hitting the lock-on button. Okay, so that hero of Zamora needs to fuck off. I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Okay, or don't run. That's fine too. I was actually thinking don't run. I was actually thinking stay still. Dwight gets Michael this crazy expensive hockey jersey. Put the name on it from Dwight. So it's like, hey, lol. Alright, so there was a worm here. And then there was a vulgar militiaman. And then there was a whatchamacallit. So let's get you. Okay, let's get you. Okay. Okay, look at that. Right, we got a Michaela's Lily. Switch back. Wood. Okay. Oh. Yeah, stare at your staff there. That's definitely the solution to your problems. Oh, no, no, no. I hate those worms. I hate those worms so much. Okay. All right. We are at the boss. Hopefully it's not anything absolutely ridiculous. It probably is, though. Let's see. I can't see. Are you serious? It's the fucking DLC Curse Blade. No way. No way. Like, I haven't even gotten a single... I haven't even gotten an attack off yet. This guy is so... This is a DLC guy, like... Oh. Ooh! Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time, because I do decent damage. But... he's so fast. He's so fast. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see if I can't see though as soon as I get in. He does the dark thing. And then he pieces out. Heal. Nope, 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 nope. No, please. Holy shit. Like, just fuck off for like a second, my guy. Okay, he's disappearing again. I just have to, like... I just have to get, like, another, like, 2 attacks off. I can't even move because of all this shit in this arena. That sucks. I could have... Oh, that sucks. I could have gotten him on 2 different occasions, but I got stuck on the shit in the arena. Oh, that sucks. I can definitely do this. I just need to not get completely screwed. He's gonna do that, and he's gonna disappear. Okay, I heard it, but I wasn't fast enough. Come on. Oh, get out of the shit in the arena again. Oh my god, don't look at you. Don't just look. Don't just look. I hate that. I hate when she just looks at her staff. Like, what do I do with this? This dude's cheating. He's not, it's, ew, it's doable. It's totally doable. It's totally doable. I just need to stop getting pushed to the edge of the arena where this shit is. All right. It's doable, and it's frustrating me because it's doable. All right. What if I do this? Oh no, I guess not. Haha, I knew you were coming there. All right, back up, back up, back up, back up. Bro, just chill for a second. Like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, okay? Oh my god, how is he dodging everything? He is just dodging. He's dodging. He dodged every single cast. This is doable, and I'm getting so frustrated. So frustrated. Okay. How come I can't frozen armament? Wait, do I have to have it on my left? No, maybe it's because it can't be like that. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let's put this glaive on. And that on this hand there. Oh, so if I do this... Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Sure. Alright, guy. Wait, oh my gosh, how come you're not... Oh my gosh, it didn't target him like 3 times? Oh, come on, what a bitch. Why? Oh my god, why is it not targeting him? There we go. Got him. Got him! I told you it was doable. Told you it was doable. Okay. That was annoying, but it's done. Oh my gosh, I just I got an emote for completing that. I got an emote for completing that, guys. Well, he's technically, like, not really squishy. It's just that, he's a DLC boss who has been relocated to, like, the very first boss of the game. So, he's squishy because he's, like, super underleveled right now. Got that bitch. I'm just so happy that I finally got a Glintstone Ice Crag. Like, that's just so lucky. My favorite spell. Oh, I would have loved to have the Carrion Slicer at the same time, though. Just saying. Alright, let's see who this is. Oh, Tibia Mariner? Bet. Alright, let's have Vare tell us we have no bitches. Hi, Vare.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, tarnished. Yes, I know. I have no bitches.
Lucky. Are you familiar? You may all that. It would be even if it...
Okay, anyway. Let me switch this back to that, I think. Alright. Tibia Mariner is easy, but... I don't know if it's going to be scaled to the level of the, Sentinel that's usually here. Bitch. I hate wasting casts because they disappear or whatever it is. Alright. That's cool, I guess. So this is definitely a later Tibia Mariner. It's your birthday in 3 hours and 5 minutes? Well, happy early birthday. Alright, let's just get our runes and go to Kale. Because I just don't have enough XPs right now. I don't do enough damage right now. And I don't think this thing is gonna do anything to it, honestly. Yeah, see, look at how little damage that does. And I run out of stamina before anything. Okay. Again, with the, like, pressing the dodge button and just not doing. Ooh. Okay, this is where I get screwed. I might be able to do this, maybe. Alright, let's look at our, yep, let's look at our thing again, Oh my god, this bug, I'm gonna kill him. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my shit. Come on. You have like 3 hits left on him. There we go. Where are you coming from? Like, I don't understand. Gauntlets of Night. What is that gonna do for me now? I know I look like a crazy person, but there's like there's literally like one single bug. Hey, Laz. Oh my god, I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my mind right now. Was there ever kept in a room with a stoned hippo or an extremely pissed off giraffe? A stoned hippo? Not bleached my roots in a while. Notice how white. You have gray hair. What's up, Magruder? How you doing? Long time no see. Albanor, what am I gonna do with some of this stuff? I am Kale. Give me your bell bearing, Kale. Okay, what do you have? Inseparable sword. Brave bird helm. Alright. So he's got some stuff that will be good. Oh my god. This I'm going to lose my mind. Goodbye for now. I'm actually gonna lose my mind. Alright, I need to make it... Oof, I need to make it over to Stormvale for Melina. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. It's just annoying me because it's flying in front of my face. The 8th anniversary of your 21st birthday. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Please be the Cerulean Amber Medallion. Okay. Who we got over here? They know exactly how to irritate people. Yeah, it's true. It really is true. Yeah, the interface sucks now. They definitely made some bad choices. I'm not gonna lie there. Ooh, oh my god, why? Why is there a tree avatar there? Okay, guy. Why is there... This is a Lane Dell tree avatar. It's gotta be. Yeah. Oh, shit. I can't. I don't think I can do this right now. I definitely don't think I have enough mana for this. Just like in general. Maybe. Okay, and then one more. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh! It gets worse every update. Yeah, because they are doing the classic Twitch of we're only gonna push people who make us money onto people's like recommendations and stuff like that, because we want more money and we know you're not giving money to these other people, so we're hoping that you'll give money to these people instead. It's really like, I don't know, like I don't even know how to explain. Like, it's just like, it's really disrespectful to the viewer. Like, and I'm not even talking about like myself as a streamer. Like, I'm genuinely honestly talking like, huh? Oh my god, you scared the piss out of me. I don't even know where you came from. Holy shit. It's really disrespectful to the viewer because like it just makes the viewer like frustrated because they can't find the shit that they're looking for. They can't find the streamers they want to watch, but also you're making the viewer feel like a number, you know what I mean? Like, you're making the viewer feel like their opinion only matters if they're gonna like give money. You're the only one. Am I really though? Because some people say that, but like it's not quite true. But like, am I really? No, that's not true, Nikki. You watch Yaga now. You watch Yaga now. I followed the ones you told me. I know. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you because you don't technically only just watch me now.
Greetings.
It don't pop on unless it's me. Aww.
From beyond the fog. I am Melina.
That's very sweet of you guys. Honestly, that's really sweet. Follow a lot, but you only watch me. That's funny. That's really sweet, but that's funny. We don't need to watch this. We don't need to watch this.
Have you heard of the face?
Yes, I know.
I can play turning root to aid you.
Yes, please let me level up, please.
I bequeath.
And now we have torrent. Nice.
Use it to it will summon torrent to treat him with.
All right.
Shall I let my hand share
Let's level up.
your thoughts, your ambitions,
Okay.
the principles you.
That's an incant, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, I can't use that. I know it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It was Facebook, and I got the notification, and then literally every single time I opened Facebook to try to like look at it, it like would just sit there, and it like wouldn't actually open the thing that I was trying. And I have no idea why it was doing that, but I couldn't open it. I have 4 random streams show before I followed. Then they toss randoms. It is. It's so stupid. I mean, technically, you can like slide over, and there's like a channels you follow tab. But like the fact that you even have to do that and it doesn't like intuitively know like, oh, I just want to see the people I follow. Especially because these motherfuckers literally show me streams that I have unfollowed. Like, I unfollowed this stream. Why are you showing them to me? Oh, this is the legendary. Ooh, Radahn's Greaves. Let's go. Oh, but now I have medium load. Never mind. Oh, I still had medium before. All right, let's take that off. Okay. All right, we don't want to aggro the, what you call it over there? The tree avatar. This is a snail. Okay. Let's see what's in this one. I'm going to war with people. Why? Why are you going to war with Twitter? You can join in, it's fun. Alright, let's see if we can go through here without getting blasted. Okay, I somehow missed that even though I was spamming the pickup button. Love that for me. Oh, love that for me too. How did that hit me when I was... Oh, okay. I definitely was, like, not directly in front of that, but sure, I guess. Alright, this is a really tight spot here that's kind of not really fair. Okay, look, don't be in front of... Oh, why? That's not how bow and arrows work, game. They don't curve. Come on. Let's be realistic here. Scorpion Stinger is not the worst. Blown out. What? What does that mean, Squint? I can't even see this dragonfly. There it is. You flew out of my spell. I hate these things so much. Oh, he just, like, fucked off. Okay, cool. Hi, Roderica.
Everyone who can. Only
Oh.
Did you know?
Grimmer was talking about
Heading to entice
imposter syndrome and how he does so much and other people who don't care seem to be doing better. And a lot of what you've said, and he's so wholesome, and I thought of you because, like him, your followers should fight for you because you care, and I was emotional. Aww. Nikki. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where, like, it makes it really, really, really hard to sit down at your computer and stream when you know that, like, it's for nothing, you know? Like, I try so hard not to look at the numbers, but I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. I have not gotten over 10 viewers this entire stream. Like, that's half the viewership that I was, like, getting, like a year ago. Like, I was averaging, like, 16 to 20, like, last year. And now I have 7. And I just had 9, like, 20 minutes ago. So 2 people have decided to turn my stream off. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, like, it's one of those things where it's just, like, you can't help but, like, look at these things and be like, why? Like, why do I do this and continue to do this and put all this work in and blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Blown out tater, okay. Sandbags and rotten chocolate fleas. Overused. You are so fun. Who is invading me? Who's invading me? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck a lot. This is gonna suck a lot. Bruh. Just get hit one more time. Just get hit one more time! Jeez. Bruh. Okay, nice. Okay, anyways. It has to be for you. I know, and that's why I'm like... okay, so, like, in a sense, I do it for me. Like, in a sense, I do it for me. But, like, I really do... I hold on and put a lot more effort into it because of you guys. Like, yeah, it has to be for me, but at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't be doing all of this stuff, like, continually all the time for, like, no reason, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I do it because you guys care. Like, those of you that show up every single stream, like, I do it for you guys. You know what I mean? Aren't we the same age? I think I'm a couple years older than you. Who is invading me? Make our night better. I was talking to my friend about numbers the other day. It came down to should be gaming anyway. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. Like, I do it because of you guys. Because those of you who are here love to be here, and you take the time out of your day or your night or whatever it may be to be here and to hang out with me. You know. So it's like, it would be selfish to be like, they're not worth it. Like, it's not enough. Like, it's not enough. But at the same time, you're like, you know, like, I put so much into it that I feel like I should have more to show for it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hi, Tori! Tori, how's things? Oh my gosh, I just got sniped. Who'd I get sniped? Ah! I hate the lobsters! I saw it too late. That sucks. That's like 1,100 runes too over there. Damn, that really sucks. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's genuinely, honestly not about the money. Like, I have a good job that pays my bills. Like, it's not about the money for me, but it's definitely about the, like, I feel like I have so much to share. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have so much to, like, give in terms of, like, just entertainment and, like, companionship, and like I feel like how do you get other people to understand, like, I care and I work hard and I should have more to show for it. I don't know. No matter how I say it, it makes me feel like I'm, like, being an asshole. Like, and I'm not appreciative of what I have, which is not the case. Whoa, lag. Whoa, lag. We should create our own streaming platform. No, that was just wild lag there for a second. I have no idea where that came from. My faith holds true. Oh, you have Ronnie's Dark Moon? Oh, I want it. Need your bell bearing, dude. Alright, I have to come back because he has Ronnie's Dark Moon later. Have changed to some... no, that absolutely is true as well. Which makes it, like, hard to, like, keep up with, you know? Because it's like... you want people to, like, want to watch you, but at the same time, like, I want to play the games I want to play, and, like, you know, 9,000 people are streaming Elden Ring right now, so it's like, people just don't care like they used to. I don't know.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm
oh
still
my God,
a piece
the
of
lag.
garbage.
Hi, Paul. I knew that was you. I didn't even have to look. What? My game has never lagged like this before. Alright, I just need my shit, but I don't know where they are. Oh my God, they're right here. Alright, I'm gonna get hit by this stupid thing. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Yep. Just get out of here! Why? Why did we stand there? Why did we stand there? Why? Why did we stand there? Why did we stand there? and get hit 3 fucking times. Did you guys see me hitting? You guys can see the controller's up there, right? You can see the button being pushed. Why the fuck? Why the fuck did we stand there? And get hit 3 times. Why? Why, game? Why? Why? Why the fuck was that a thing? 3 times. I got hit 3 times by that lobster. What the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, let me go get him. No, I honestly, I think my computer is genuinely on it. Like, genuinely, I think my computer is getting to, like, its last leg. I did! Laz, I did! And I beat him because I used, Anubis. So thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, honestly, I just, like, have to, like, leave it on. And, okay. I am. I'm literally doing heavy attacks. Like, you're kidding me right now. There we go. So I usually just, like, leave it on and, like, just let it do oil because that's kind of where I'm stuck, honestly. And I also, how the hell does the metal detector work? I walked around for what felt like 2 hours on the new island to find some of that new, chromite or whatever the hell it is. I couldn't find any. I didn't see nothing. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? I have fiber. That's why I said I genuinely don't think it's the internet. I think it's my computer. Because my streams have been kind of, like, icky the past couple months as well. Like, I really think it's my computer. I think it's getting to the, I think it's getting to its last leg, unfortunately. Unfortunately. We've got some runes, so that's good at least. Hello, Mr. Merchant. What do you have?
Oh, are you here as a customer?
I here as a customer. Give me your bell bearing. Thank you. What you got? I really don't have anything that's fantastic. Okay. Okay, why are we scratching our butt? Thank you. Okay. I haven't even made it over to see who Margit is yet. I'm just trying to get some levels. You're old and eepy. Good night, Squints. Thank you for being here as always. As I say every time, I do this for you guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day or your night. Boss caves. Oh, I didn't even think to look in caves. I was just literally walking around with, like, the metal detector out, just, like, for hours. Oh my gosh. So remember how our first boss last run was the fucking god skin? It's the god skin again. But I used the Tibia Mariner. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Why are we doing this? Thank you. Oof. Not great damage. Stop dodging, you dodgy little bitch. Oh my god. Okay. Guess we just dodge into stuff now instead of dodging out of it. Stop dodging my attacks, you hoe. this is not gonna work. Okay, so these guys can be slept, which is nice. Oh my god. No random lags. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like 90% sure that it's my computer. My computer is 4 years old now, and that's ancient in computer terms, you know? Did I tell you guys a girl who's in the freshie group with me broke her leg in 3 Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. But yeah, that's just kind of how I'm feeling right now in terms of like streaming and all that, you know? Like, it's just hard. Like, a lot of people think that it's just like just playing games, and it's like there's so much more than that. Also, where is what's his face? Isn't he outside of here? Oh, there's a Grace right here. I'm a dummy. Smokey can replace a metal detector once you... Oh, really? That I didn't know. One good strat I can think of for Shadowbeak and Celine fights, but that's the way I did it on my saves. Oh, I can't even start to think of what the hell I would do. Like, I struggled so much on the third base game one. Like, oh my god. I can only imagine how bad the others are gonna be. Where is he? Like, where is D? I thought he, like, warns you about this gnat. Oh my god, go away. I thought he warns you about going into the village. Jet dragon. That's a black knight. I don't do that right now. Alright, let's just get my runes and continue forward. And then eventually we'll go see who Margit is. Let's go. We're almost to Caelid though, yeah, it's crazy. Go to this church up here. We come for you in the games. Well, thank you. That means a lot. And like, I know like a lot of people say that. Like, a lot of people are like, we're here for you, we're not here for the game. But I feel like the majority of my people actually mean it, which is like super awesome, you know? Greater Potentate. I'd rather not be invaded by you right now, though, guy. What? He's, like, stuck? Stop sharpening your knife like a weirdo. Woo! Oh, he hits hard. Stop dodging everything, honestly. It's so annoying. Oh my god. So annoying! That was a Chrysalids memento, really? Hi, Melina. Might test out some other stuff soon, but Shadowbeak is the last OG boss. Might have been somewhat
I've
meant to have
been
Jet Dragon.
testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long
Don't have a
and
Jet Dragon yet.
arduous path.
Like I said, I'm kind of just like in this stupid loop. Hold on, she's gonna take me to round table. I'm in this like stupid loop where like I need to get more oil to make more of the like paldium, whatever it is. So I'm just like in a loop right now where I need more spheres and I need more metal and I need more of this. So it's just like I'm just like in a loop right now. Well, let me level up. I got into gaming playing with my brother and our friends back in the N64 days. Twitch has always reminded me of those days with gaming and hanging out with people. That's awesome. What games did you guys play?
Oh, I can't remember very well. It is sick.
Oh, welcome to the I teach and explore so that one day ensuring order. By the way,
Yes, I see it.
tarnish you.
I see it. I see it. I see it. What do you have? Nothing that I
May the
want.
golden order
Hello, D. I was just trying to look for you.
those who all the more unless you.
I was just trying to look for you and you are nowhere to be found.
By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her.
Once you use souls, yeah, that's what like. There's plenty to do for sure. There's plenty to do, but I just feel like I'm just always in the loop. I'm always just in a gameplay loop, and it's super frustrating.
Well, no grudge my being a prisoner. Besides, despite my decides, it helps me forget.
Alright, I don't really want Fia to hug me, but I'll still talk to her.
I am great champion, perhaps.
No, you
doing
can't
so
hold
one
me.
can do. Do you think it where
It
I
is
come
vulgar.
From, it is
No
I
thanks.
understand.
GoldenEye. Mario Kart 64. Mario Party was a group favorite. Yeah. We did a lot of Super Smash Brothers Melee back in the day. That was a lot of fun too. Shadowbeak and the new Island Towers seem to require some thought and a decent build. That's what like I'm like, is it just me? Like it can't possibly just be me where I feel like the end bosses are like specifically to be like in groups. Like I feel like they're really implying that like the that they're supposed to be like multiplayer. I just completely lost my train of thought there for a second while I was doing this. Started gaming on original Atari. If I'm being totally honest, I would say I started gaming original Nintendo. I don't think I go quite as far back as Atari. Do I want the dragon katana though? I feel like I might actually want the dragon katana, but I might wait. I might wait. Okay. A little older than you. No, I know, but like my uncle was like the reason why I even played the Nintendo, you know? N64 is a 4-player over the PS1. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be real. Like, Nintendo just had more fun games at the time. At the time. At the time, I would argue. All right, let's stop screwing around and let's go see who's in Market Spot. With Duck Hunter. Fuck that dog. Oh my gosh. I used to like be the one who would have like the thing like touching the TV and my uncle would be like, it doesn't work like that. Let's not get these guys. Aggroed to us. Okay. Can we make it over here without... Nope, the birds are on us. That's fine. Bird! Run! 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 Do I remember the Addams Family game? No, I don't think that one... I don't think that one rings a bell. Mario Paint. I had Mario Paint on Nintendo. All right, here's the first. Oh, shit. Oh no. Oh no. I did it again. I wanted to spend my runes. All right, I guess maybe I'll die and see. I also don't have my physique yet. All right, who is it? Oh my god. Bro. No shot the first boss is Moog. Damn. There goes 4,000 runes because that's just not possible. Damn. What a horrible first roll. What a horrible first boss option there. That's terrible. That's a terrible first roll there. Oof. I'm literally gonna be stuck here for a while.
May I have a plan the witch? I'd heard and upon the talk.
Wow. That sucks.
I was entrusted by torrents.
That sucks a lot. Damn.
Forgive mine intrusion, tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same.
Okay, waifu.
The lands between. How long
Okay,
will it
waifu.
be, I wonder?
Okay,
before the
waifu.
tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers.
That sucks. Alright, so where's the first Church of America that we can get to? Church. This one. Alright, so we have to go over here. Damn. Damn. Moog, the Omen Son? Yeah. Oh, fuck. So we have literally Moog as Margit. So we have one of the hardest base game bosses. One of the hardest ones. As our very first boss. That we somehow have to figure this out. PS2 has the best collection of games for one system. I mean, PS2 definitely went hard. Definitely went hard.
Oi. You there?
Robot.
Some clue. You were just. Thank you. I was pushing and I ended up.
Blah 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 blah. Okay. All right. So I gotta get some levels. There's like, if that just, I don't. Okay, I'm stuck on a tree. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, if I'm being completely honest. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select start. Isn't it? Up, up, down, left, right, A, B, start? At least that's what it was for Sonic on Sega Genesis. Yes, randomizers are meant to be beaten. Yes. Yes. You're just not supposed to be as dog shit as the game as I am. Usually you're supposed to be better at the game than this. You're supposed to be better than I am. There has to be unwinnable rolls. I mean, they do kind of have fail-safes. Like, there are certain things that, like, the game, like, the randomizer knows, like, you need X, Y, and Z to progress. So, like, we're not gonna put, like, these things behind places that, like, you can't get to. Like, for example, one of the things that I got stuck on when I did the randomizer on Christmas was I was having a hard time finding the key for the academy, but they've made sure that the academy key will be in the same area that the academy is in. You just have to, like, go find it. You know what I mean?
What my fault? Oh, fret not. Celebrate. I that depraved.
Some games, yeah, some games of solitaire are unwinnable. Yes, that's true. That is the truth. I play a lot of solitaire, actually. I play some solitaire. Alright, maybe... Is that Escar? Maybe getting the flask, if the flask is even fucking here, it might not even be here. Might help me. Priming certain bosses for upgraded weapons schematics. Oh, there's my physic. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm just like, I'm in this weird loop right now where I'm just kind of like stuck just farming for oil to make this and to make other things and blah, 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 blah. It's just a loop, you know? Just a gameplay loop. Free cell? I can respect that. Minesweeper? I played Minesweeper, but I don't think I quite understood Minesweeper, like, when I was younger. Like, I understand it now, and it's just, it's fine. But as a kid, I don't think I quite understood how Minesweeper worked. Okay. How the hell am I gonna beat Moog in Margit's place? Ooh, multi-layered Rings of Light is a good incant, but I can't use incant. I can only use sorceries right at the moment because I don't have a seal yet. Alright, where's the tree? I kind of like maneuvered off the main path so I wouldn't aggro everything, but I need to find the tree. Oh, hi, buddy. Hello, thank you. Jeez. Get off your horse. Giving me crap. Don't. So where's the tree? It's gotta be behind me. Okay. Oh my god. Kidding. I swapped my things. Alright, please be... It's not gonna give me what I need. I need a tier, and it's not gonna give me a tier. Like, the randomizer is probably gonna move where the tiers are. Come on. Okay. Okay, okay. Tree! I can't see you because of the fog, and somebody's aggroed. Yep, see, I went too far. anymore, but that's okay because I can get this grace right here. You're convinced Caravan and Fallout New Vegas is unwinnable? Really? There's a few that can definitely boost you a bit since plasteel can be a big loop without some specific setup like max work speed. Yeah, I just bred a bunch of Orzerks. Like, a shit ton of them. And I'm in the process of breeding some the Ignis, my god, what is it? Jet Dragon? Not Jet Dragon. Shit. Why, brain? Why are you doing this to me right now? You'll probably know exactly what I'm, like the Gyarados looking motherfucker.
Welcome, value, please.
Yormintide, yes. Oh my, why did Yormintide escape my brain? I don't know. But yes, I've bred a bunch of Yormintide Ignises as well. Okay. Okay. Sir, you're not really helping me, if I'm being honest. Damn, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this with Moog as my first boss? This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Alright, there's a dragon boss down there. There's a night boss. I just saw the Knight's Cav. That's stupid that the Knight's Cav randomized with another Knight's Cav. Lame. Lame. No, 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 no. I don't want this heat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, those two giants would be a lot of XP. Ew. Ew, ew, why are all these terrible? Why are all of these enemies terrible? Oh, a bird. Oh, a bird. Oh, I saw that too late. Okay, that sucks. Oh my god, there's so many enemies in this graveyard. There's nothing in here. There's only one purple. No, 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 no! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Are you serious with this? Are you, like, are you joking with me right now? This is insane. Who is this? Who the fuck is doing that magic? Why are there so many? I literally can't even see where it's coming from. Alright, I need to get out of here. This is not helping me at all. Get out. Yep, I'm so fucked. This is crazy. Oh. Why are there, like, okay, so these guys are usually inside dungeons, so these are bosses, and these guys are usually bosses. Like, why are they out and about in, like, the overworld? Why? I wonder why the watchdog is out in the overworld, and why that's the second tree avatar that's been out in the overworld. Like, they're not usually overworld bosses. Oh my god, I'm stuck on nothing. I'm gonna die. This clean rat's gonna get me. There's two clean rats. That's not very random. That's not very random. Alright, Let's see if I can... I don't even remember how many runes I had. Who is still following me? Okay, looks like I'm good now. They got demoted instead of fired. I got stuck on a rat on the ground. Oh, the lag. Oh my god, come on. If I die because of lag on any of these, I'm gonna scream. Okay, so how come this time I was able to come over here all like nice and happy and fine? Oh, I had no runes. That's fun, I guess. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Do the bosses still have their usual health pool, or does that scale? It scales for sure. But like not so much to the point where like end game bosses will die in like 2 hits, which would be so fantastic, but no. Okay, so this is usually a starlight shard right here. And then right there on the end of that is usually the book. That's a Trina's Lily, okay. So this is usually the book that has the carrion sorcery that I like to use, but it's not gonna be that. So please be something decent. It's a rainbow. You know what, game? Fine. I didn't need to be able to do anything. That's fine. Oh my god, lag. Oh my god. This is ridiculous with this lag. I think I need to restart my game real quick. Because this is like I'm going to get killed because of this lag. But also the Staff of the Great Beyond is great because it means I can use incantations at the same time. Welcome back, Wolfie. The Scyther guy earlier was cheesed, but with this set of rules, who knows? The Scyther guy, what? Which one are you talking about? The boss, like the very first boss guy? The fast guy with all the spinnies? Get out of here. Alright, I need to get someplace so I can quit out real quick because this shit's gonna get me killed. Oh my god! Piss off! Elden Ring appears to already be running. No. Thank you. Okay. I don't understand how my headphone cord like manages to get like so wrapped around everything when it's like it doesn't go anywhere. It never leaves. Like it never leaves the spot that it's in. Like how does it get so wrapped up and tangled and everything? Okay. Hopefully the lag will chill out because I don't know if restarting will do anything, but someone feeling better, I see. Yeah. Mostly. You tangle it? Nikki. How could you do this to me? I thought we were friends. How could you do this to me? It's so wooed. Ash Dragon, that is. You never said not to. I mean, that's true. That is true. I did never actually technically say, please don't tangle my headset cord, but... You know. I also thought we were cool. This is dangerous. Oh, and it was only a gravel stone. Not worth. Nope. Oh my god, the lag. Immediately. Immediate lag. I'm dead. Why? Why lagging? Hi, Envoy. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the fucking lag fest. Piss off. Piss off. Just give me my runes. I don't know where they are. Thank you. Oh, I'm still at 0. Why? Why? Why lagging? Why lagging? Why? There's nothing here to be lagging about. Woo! 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 Oh my god, dog. Woof. Woof. Please, I just need to get the rot, the servant of rot. Please target that. I'm begging you, game. Game, I'm gonna scream. Really? He needs one more hit? And now is when you're gonna run out of magic? Fair. Fair. She loves me a good lag fest. I don't understand why it's just suddenly lagging. Like, woo, I forgot. Yeah, actually take me. Go ahead and take me. Oh no, I did too fast. Okay, that's fine. I guess we're not going to Caelid. I changed my mind, and I shouldn't have. I was like, alright, fine, take me to Caelid. And then I was like, wait, no. Woo! Where'd you go? Sir? You're very annoying right now. Holy shit! Is there like a fucking army over here or what? This is crazy! I can't get out! Oh my gosh, one of the DLC worms are up there too. Alright. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. Honestly, I think I just gotta... Yep, okay, there we go. Sometimes you just gotta go for it! Oh yeah, Envoy. So, Margit is Moog. So that's fun. So we're just, trying to get so many levels. So, you know. Close enough. Yeah, those are... That's a red wolf. Okay, that's cool. Why is my... Why is... Why? No. Go away, wolf, please. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get some little levels. It'll be fine. No, it won't. No, it will not. It will not be fine. Alright. Let's go back up. Because then the wolf should not be aggroed to us, and we should be able to go somewhere else. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Gotta head out and get ready for bed. Good night, Magruder. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Okay, well, I mean, I could just farm these guys over here, but, like, I don't want to do that. I just need to, like, progress further, I guess. Did I hear Moog? What about Worf, son of Moog? I don't get that. I don't think I get that reference. Sorry. Get all the monies? That's funny. You're so funny. You're so funny. Funny guy. No, you said, did I hear Moog? What about Worf, son of Moog? Which I don't get. I got the psychotic and psychic one for sure. Ooh, what's this? Remembrance of the Impaler. Okay, cool. That's a lot of runes. A Star Trek reference? Ah. Sorry, I'm not cool. Oh, come on. I don't want to go closer. Was it Dragon Heart? Great. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're at Weeping Pen now. Okay, let's see what Arena will give us. Probably won't be the correct thing. She's not gonna give us the letter, I would bet.
But I swear my good father decided him. By his servants have since come, I fear its lease. Would you mind taking my soul wish, please?
Yes, I will give this letter.
Please.
Yep, thank you for the rune. Thank you for the... I can't give him a letter because you didn't give it to me. Silly little blind lady. I hate those DLC worms. I hate them. I hate them. Sam, I am. Whee! No, come here. Give me your goods. What did you give me? Did you give me a lump of flesh? Is this run doomed already? Not quite. I mean, it's well, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Wolfie, you missed it. We got the god roll. We got the god roll of starting classes, but I messed up one fucking setting in the randomizer, so I had to, like, change it. And I just used the same seed. I didn't change anything, and it changed the starting class on me. And I was like, I got the god roll of starting classes. It screwed me over. But it's fine. I just can't progress anywhere because the first boss is like one of the bosses I struggled with really badly. Yeah, it's my own fault. I meant to check the, like, I checked all the settings, but apparently I missed one single setting. I left the DLC setting on, which, like, blocks part of the beginning of the game. And I didn't mean to, so I was like, that's fine. I'll just keep the exact same seed, and then I'll just turn this setting off and, like, reset. And it was like, no. How do you get this one, then? You got the Worf joke, and then your whole Chrome went supernova. Oh, I love it. Going El Rongo Wayo. Oh, there's a tree up there. Let's see. Let's see what's not up there, because it's probably gonna be useless! Man, if, like, at least, like, put good stuff. Oh, the finger seal. Okay, whatever. I was gonna say, at least put good stuff where, like, the golden seeds usually are. But the game is like, no, I'm going to give you a piece of string. Would you like this string in these trying times? All right. What's over here? That's one of the archers. And I think that's one of the flame soldiers. So that sucks on both of those accounts. Yeah, this archer guy is gonna blast me. Ooh, he got stuck on something, thank God. Nothing? There's nothing down here? Wow. Okay, that's an omen. Okay. All the time you've known Pink, you've never sat her down and indoctrinated her into Trek. Nope. Nope. Ain't nobody make me do nothing. I don't know why. I've just never gotten into it, honestly. Oh, fuck. Oh, come on. That'll... No, I just want this purple thing behind you. Stop. No. No. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm sorry. 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 Well, look, I got a pretty skirt, guys. I got the pretty skirt. Alright, let's reset real quick. Let's reset their aggro real quick. It's not for everyone, I suppose. I also, if you didn't notice last time I streamed with all of my super hot takes, I have just terrible taste in everything. And I'm wrong about everything. So, you know, take all of my opinions with a grain of salt. Can I get over here without aggroing everything? Oh, why is there a Crystallion over there? This is gonna be very hard. Please, I am absolutely begging you. Please do not aggro to me. Oh. Oh my god, there's a Miranda. I can't even get through here. Oh, maybe I can. Okay. Oh, Miranda saw me. Goodbye. Thanks for being here. I feel like I missed something. No, last stream when I was really sick and I was still really grumpy and I was sharing my opinions about video games and everyone was like, I'm just gonna leave. No, rat, no. No, rat, no. Give me a hot take on video games. I said that I didn't understand, like, why people have such hard-on for, like, just a bunch of different games that I just was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Am here. Oh my god. She's alive. Hi, Yaga. How's things? I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, but how's things? Okay, 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 okay. Goodbye. Woo! My house didn't burn down, so good. That is good. You said... And you said you would play the Walking Dead game. I did say that that was an option of something that could be played. You get a tunic, but I didn't get upset about that. No, I just feel like some of the people who were engaging in the conversation stopped engaging in the conversation once opinions started flying around. Which is fine. But like, okay, so like one of my hot takes that we talked about before was like, I think that like Fallout New Vegas is like one of the worst Fallout games because I find the world to be so just bland and dead and empty. And that opinion has gotten me like banned from like the Fallout Reddit and stuff. Tunis, see, that was one of the things we talked about where like I just couldn't get down with Tunic because like I don't know. I like you spawn into the game tells you absolutely nothing and they're like, tee-hee, figure it out. And I was just like, no. I need something. I need something. Once I was told I liked something because I was 14 when I played it. I was 20. I was not happy. Was that my Mass Effect comment? Oh my god, I have 1 HP in a dream! Woo! Yeah, that's why I said I noticed people stopped talking. Oh my... Who did that? Oh, I hate those blue balls. Who is it? I think it's an ancestor spirit. You don't have to like what others like, but you don't have to insult them for liking it. I mean, you're not wrong, but also at the same time, people shit on things I like all the time. Like, it's just kind of the way things were. But I did say several times that I should not have been streaming because I was sick and I was in a terrible mood. We need to be better than them. I am not better than anyone. I'm not better than anyone. I'm so pissed about that fucking electro ball, though. And I think that's an yeah, look at it's an ancestor spirit. Watch me get like 500 runes for it, and it's not even gonna be enough to level up. Same what? Whose feelings did I hurt? Can't believe I slid off the side of that. I can't believe I slid off the side of that. I bet she doesn't even like Lord of the Rings. That's fine. I won't. That's fine. We already went over the fact that Krista's not gonna have any opinions about anything ever again. It's fine. All right. If I fall on this shit one more time, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream. My feelings weren't hurt. I just felt attacked for no reason. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, I feel like if you got offended because I said you were 14 when you were really 20, like, that's... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not having any more opinions about anything, though. I just want to make it through this part. Not slide off. There we go. Oh, what did I miss here? Oh, look, a rune. That's gonna give me nothing. Alright. If I can beat this ancestor spirit, I can beat Moog. They're totally the same difficulty level, right? They're totally the same difficulty level. Alright. Should I go around and avoid the blue ball, dude? No! No, please! Please! Ugh. Okay. Okay. Can you go all the way around? Oh, you can. Alright. This is not gonna go... Look at my physic has nothing. My physic has nothing in it. Hi, buddy. Ooh, okay. So, the one thing... Oh. I was gonna say the one thing is it doesn't have, like, the animals all over the place, but it literally spawns them, so that doesn't really do very... Speedrun? Yeah, right. I banned someone once for telling me as a child for liking alcohol. That you literally can't be a child to consume alcohol, so how is that a thing? Okay, where can I get some quick runes? I'm gonna try this one more time. This not gonna happen. It's literally not gonna happen, but I'm gonna try it one more time. Oh, a type of alcohol. Is it like girly alcohol? All right. This is so ridiculous. Ark.
Arkstar09 just resubscribed for 31 months. Pink is the bestest at Elden Ring and all the other things too.
The bestest at Elden Ring? That's very debatable. But thank you so much for 31 months. That's crazy. A screwdriver? Isn't a screwdriver just like vodka and orange juice? Like, isn't it, like, nothing? Alright. This is absurd. There's no fucking way, dude. Like, there's just no way. Like, I know he's got Margit health, but he's got Moog immunities. Like, holy shit. I'm never gonna get past this. I'm never gonna get past this. All right. Hi, Rachel. Thank you. Okay, let me go. Let me go to round table. See if I can even. I don't think I even have anything to buy. That's enough redeems for now. Okay, what do I have? 3,800. I can use this guy, and this will give me like so many. 40K. Let's go. I'm not. D. I'm literally not speaking to you. Okay, let's level up. Let's do this. We'll do that. Okay, that's all I can do right now. Okay, how much is left? 4,300 is left. Where's the... Here they are. Just went silent because I'm doing Minecraft stuff. It's all good. It's all good. No. Who had... Somebody else had... Here we go. Let's do Ornis. Let's see what Ornis can do. Magic Grease, no. I wish I had some physique tiers though. Physique tiers. All right. All right. Let's see if having this summon will help me, and these couple levels here, if these will help me. All right. Let's try Moog now. What time is it? 10:19. Oh my gosh. I have 2 hours to beat this one boss. Crazy. Dave, look at you sneaking on in here. 15 months.
J-Dave just resubscribed for 15 months.
J-Dave. Dave, thank you so much. Howdy. How you doing, Dave? Welcome in. How you doing? Alright. 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 Oh, I don't have enough magic to summon him. Fuck. Woo. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Maybe get a frost proc on him bad. How much does that need? I don't have enough magic to summon him? FP cost 131. I have 121. There we go. Now what do I have? 129. You're joking with me right now. I need one more level. All right. All right. All right. All right. What do I need? I need 4,500. Do I have any combination? I've got 38 plus 2. Yeah, okay. Use that. Nope, nope, nope. Wrong button. Wrong one. That's not enough. I forgot. I have to use one more. Okay, so this is 1638. So let's use this. No, we'll use 2 of these guys. Cool antlers? Thanks. This randomizer was going pretty decently until like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so now I've got 126 plus my talisman. So I should have enough to summon him now. In theory. In theory, I should have enough to summon him. Yeah, okay. And that was literally all of my FP. Okay, that's fine. Woo! Okay, that's a little crispy. Oh my gosh, what is that attack he does there? Ooh, no, 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 Moog, please. It's still not enough. Yep. I knew it. They literally got a fucking stagger as I died. At least 15 years or more. I don't think we've had freezing temperatures here, but we've had pretty cold. Like, it was 6 degrees this morning when I got in my car. Let's try this guy. I don't even know. Let's just try this one. Whatever. Get some scarlet rot build up, I think. Okay. Rogier, what are we doing? What the hurt? Ooh. Oh my god, the lag. I can't believe I just lagged again. I just lagged while I was drinking. Rogier's down already? Okay, that's a stun. That's nice. Can't believe Rogier's down. I legit don't think this is possible. Yeah, I don't think this is possible this early game. Yeah. He probably will go into phase 2. And I am not a dodgy girl where, like, I can just memorize his attacks and just dodge them. Like, that is just not, that's just not a thing. Heartbroken Maiden? Whoomst? Why is this not Roderica?
I'm heading to enticed. Wow, that but I don't have. It's scared. I want nothing. Can you tell?
Oh, okay.
Oh, tell them I'm trying to get.
Oh, I have the Chrysalids memento. Yeah, there you go.
I can't. They all thought I think I'll perhaps I'll.
Okay. Do we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lesson again? It's not even about that. It's just like Moog is just too much for me to be like level 20 or whatever I am. And I don't know what to do to get more experience right now. Like, I got lucky with the Mesmer Remembrance because that was 40k. All right. What can I do to get some runes? I can't, I mean, I could try, oh, let's go see who's in, yeah, let's go see who's here. Let's go see who's in the Everjail. He's literally the first boss, like, he blocks, like, the progression, like, into the rest of the game. Oh, iron balls! Like, it's just the boss that I really struggled on. Like, pretty heavily struggled on. So it's just gonna be tough, I think. It's just gonna be tough, because even though, like, his health is scaled. His health is scaled down. But he's still, like, a super strong boss, and he still does really devastating damage. Okay, who are you? Please be somebody, like, even remotely. Godefroy, okay. Don't do much damage to him. Cool, love that. Whoa, that spins? I didn't realize that attack actually, like, spun. I have no tears for my physic either. Yeah, see, that can spin, which I didn't think I, like, knew before. See, if I can get a hit or two on him with my melee weapon, I can reset his frost proc. Magic for this. Oof, I was doing so well. Damn, I need to go in with my melee weapon. Damn. Fuck. Damn it, I mistimed that last one. I knew it too. Oh, fuck. Oh, I mistimed that last dodge and it screwed me, and now I have no heals left. Damn. That was so close too. That was so close too. All right. So I think the same tactic, but like actually going in and resetting his frost proc might actually work. I don't think I have any runes though. Nope. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time, but maybe I can reset his frost and get another frost proc in between with this weapon. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Sure. How are you supposed to dodge it when it, like, moves? Okay, I need to get in there and reset the frost, but I just am not really sure when the best timing is for that. This is supposed to do Scarlet Rot, but I don't think it is doing it. Woo! Shit. I got greedy. I got greedy. Okay. Let's see what other weapons I have that I can try. The claws? I don't know. Let's try the Saint Trina's. I don't think he's sleepable. I don't think he's sleepable, but we'll see. I have no physic tiers still. Somebody has to have a physic tier. Is there a merchant that I haven't seen yet?